What's going on, guys? This is Jeffrey Hicks, and I'm going to be teaching you guys a quick tutorial on how to make trap beats, aka hip hop beats, in Reason 10 or in Reason 11. So let's get started. So today I'm going to be showing you guys my process of how I create beats myself. And so from the start, I like to use samples to get me started with the beat production process of things. Either I'll create it myself or get samples from websites just such as Splice.com or Sounds.com. So in this case right here, the sample is basically some bells with a couple of synths underneath the bells, and this is what it sounds like. Okay, like I said, for really something simple. And so one of the main things I like to look for is what BPM is the sample playing in. And so in this case, the BPM for the sample is 140 BPM. And the reason that's important because you want to match your BPM from the sample to your BPM and your tempo right here. So everything should be 140. And this will enhance your drums because your drums will be set at the correct tempo when you start laying your drums and droning and everything like that. So as far as the drums go, this is my usual process. So F6. So you have three devices where you can do and can create your own beats. First, you got the Dr. Octo-Rex loop player. In this one right here, you can chop up pre-made samples in Reason and create your own beats. You got the classic Red Run drum computer, basically the classic body basic, drum kit. But this is the one I usually use right here, and it's called a Kong Drum Designer, and it's basically a digital drum pad inside of Reason where I create pretty much a majority of my beats at. And so what you want to do is go to Instruments, Kong Drum Designer, and drag it over. Then after that, you want to hit right click and reset your device. Then once you reset the device right here, then it's really up to your discretion of what you want to do. You can either use what's inside Reason itself, for their presets, or let me just go to it right quick so I can show you guys what I'm talking about. So you can go right here. You can come in here, Con Kits, and just pick whatever you guys want to pick. Or what I like to do is I use my own stuff from like different websites such as Splice.com or Sounds.com and grab me some open and close hi-hats, some kick drums, and some snares / claps. Basically stuff that I want to use in creating my beat. So I already preset this already so you guys can see. And this is usually how I lay everything out. So my kick drums, I usually use 4 kick drums. So I'm just gonna put them in pad 1, 2, 5, and 6. And the reason I do that is because in the event that I want to use a Kai physical drum pad, it'll be a lot easier for finger drumming. That's the only reason I do it. Then next, I would put my open hi-hat, aka my sizzle hi-hat. Then right beside that one, I will put my close hi-hat. Then right below my open hi-hat, I put either a clap or a snare. Now right here, the reason why you see 2 claps lighting up at the same time is because I do a technique called linking. Now, all you gotta do to link 2 sounds that are the same, just come right here, hit the pad, hit link D. For that one, you come here, same thing. That's it. And if you do it right, they both should play together. And the reason for this is you want to hear that clap or snare drum cut through your mix. Okay, so let's go back up to the sequencer right quick. Now from here, it's basically up to you what you want to do. But as far as my process goes, the very first thing I do is I go right here to my pencil tool, which is right here, and I basically just draw a closed hi-hat on the first bar in each measure. That's all I'm doing. So right here, right here, right here, and right here. Just basically first bar in each measure. That's it. Now, after I do that, then what I usually do is where it says like 1.2 or 1.3. You'll see it throughout. You'll see it throughout the whole session. But for reference purposes, anytime you see a 0.2 or 0.3, this is where you're going to put your clap slash snare drum and your open hi-hat. So right here where it says 1.2 or 0.2, we can say 0.2 right now. On the third section of the bar, gonna use your pencil tool and put right here an open hi-hat, your sizzle. You're gonna put that there. Then after that, on the 0.3, or in this case 1.3 section, you're gonna put your snare drum or clap. That. So when you play it, it should sound like this. Let me pause this right quick and go back out. Now let's go back in. That's what it should sound like if you do it correctly. Now, as far as like the kick drums, that's really up to your discretion. Basically, whatever sounds good and fits what the sample is trying to convey. It's really up to you. As long as it sounds good and it's cohesive, doesn't matter. Just go crazy, do what you want. Now, for those crazy hi-hat runs that you probably like heard before 1,000 hip hop songs, but kind of wonder how to do them. So, in reason, all you have to do is come up to this area right here where it says 1/16 and hit this little triangle button right here and go all the way down to where it says 1/64 and go back to your pencil tool, which is right here, and just basically click where you want those crazy hi-hat runs to go. Now, a little tip to do this correctly is you want those crazy hi-hat runs to actually run into the 1/16 hi-hat. So, right, see how these right here is 1, 2, 3. These are the 1/64 hi-hats, and this is the 1/16 hi-hat. So you want these to run into this one right here. Right here, 1, 2 is running into this one right here. Same thing, running into this one right here. That's how you want to do your crazy hi-hat runs. You can go crazier if you want, but that's how you usually do it. Okay, so once you got like a good rhythm going, good beat going, now what you want to do now is go back to your conch kit, or you say F6. Then you're going to right click and hit combine on the conch kit itself. Now, once you finish doing that, you have this like little area to yourself that's wide open. So what you're going to do, you're going to go to utilities, and right here, you're going to drag in what is called a line mixer right here. This one in particular. Just drag it in a little area. So once you do that, you're going to hit tab on either your Mac or PC or Windows computer or whatever, and it will turn over and you see all the wiring right here. So normally you'll see like wiring differently, but I'm going to show you like how to do it step by step. So let's get rid of everything that I would normally put in, whatever. So on the conch kit itself, usually the main audio out right here would be somewhere up here. So we're going to get rid of that and take our main audio out and drag it all the way down to where the line mixer's audio in the first slot is, just like that. Then for the line mixer 1 master out section on the actual line mixer, I'm going to take that and drag it all the way up to where it says external routing right here on the actual combinator. That's it. I hit tab again. Now from this point, you will bring in another drum designer kit and plop it right underneath that in the same combinator. And now at this point, you can either do one or two things. You can use, like I said before, you can go to actual Reasons con kits inside and just pick whatever you want. Or what I like to do is literally copy and paste everything that I did in the first con kit. So basically just right click, copy, then come down here, paste. Just paste everything. That's it. Now, it is one fundamental difference. When you do your snare drum / kicks, instead of link D up here, you want to link it to link E because you want these snare drums fighting with these snare drums down here. So link D up here and link E up here for these snare drums. And that is pretty much it for the drum section. Now, as far as mixing, so let's go to E5 right quick, or F5, excuse me. So as far as like my mixing goes, all you gotta do is come to the combinator that you created, where it says dynamics. So you have ratio, release, and threshold. Basically, these two green knobs, the first two, turn those all the way 3 ticks to the left. And on the threshold right here, turn those to about 2.5 to 3 ticks to the right. And that's really it for your drum section. Now, if it sounds a little bit muddy or you want it to be a little bit crisper, you can bring in what is called a maximizer, or you go to effects and you can play around with either the equalizer, compressor, maximizer, stereo imager. Usually I use the maximizers and the stereo imagers a lot, just to balance everything out so it won't be too overpowering. And that is pretty much it for your drums. And as far as mixing goes, like if you want to add more stuff to it, you can, but that's pretty much it. So to make everything sound a little bit less crowded, what you want to do is, or make everything sound louder, is just hook these right here and drag everything down to the combinator. So for example, this is what I'm going to do for future reference. I'm going to bring everything up back to the con kit, and I'm going to play what's inside the con kit first before I move it down to the combinator. This is what it sounds like regular. So it still sounds pretty good, but once you bring it all the way down to the combinator, it will be a lot louder and a lot fuller. So now, let's see what it sounds like now. So it's a lot louder and a lot more fuller. And then the final thing I just added for just reference points, just to make it not sound so generic, I use a Europa synthesizer, which is this instrument right here. It's basically a synth. And I just do like a simple bass line to just go underneath those bells and synths on the actual sample. So altogether, this is what I just made, something really simple. That's pretty much it. And that is pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen. So like I said, you can literally do this in a good solid foundation beat in like 30 minutes or less in Reason. It's really simple to create a beat in Reason. And to get like, maybe to really get everything full out and fleshed out, it should probably take you, depending on what you're adding, no more than maybe an hour. Then you can do other stuff like to it, like EQing and compressing, all the other stuff too. But as far as like the generic beat making process, that's pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen. So hope you guys like what you saw, and like and subscribe, and I will talk to you soon. Peace.